What does it mean? I can create what miracle I want. I can ask to the Lord, Lord, this is the miracle that I want to have in my life. And He is going to grant it. But you have to ask it.
Yes, ask and you shall receive.
You should ask to God, Lord, this is what I want to do with my life. This is what I want to achieve in my life. This is what I want to accomplish in my life. And if you are going to ask it, God is going to grant it. Let's please turn with me to the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 14. It's a very, very familiar passage. I know many of you might have heard a lot of sermons out of this passage. But God has asked me to share this with you tonight. Gospel of Matthew, chapter 14, verses 22 through 32. Very familiar passage. I know these people out this church know the scripture very well, because I hear you are quoting scripture like anything. So you know the scripture very well. So Gospel of Matthew, chapter 14, verses 22 through 32 is the basic text we are going to read and meditate tonight. The topic of my message will be, create your own miracle. I know if I will ask a question, how many of you need a miracle? I know. Don't raise your hand. I know all of you are ready to raise your hands. Because everyone needs one type or another type of miracle. Everybody loves to have a miracle as long as it's free. Okay? Everybody loves to have a miracle as long as it is free. Thank God, our God doesn't charge anything for miracles.
Amen. Amen.
Ask and it will be given freely. Thank God, God doesn't charge anything for the miracles He does every day. I haven't seen any scripture in the Bible that Jesus charging anything for the miracles He has done. He didn't say, He didn't stand up and said, okay, whoever has got $100 bill, please stand. I will do the miracles first for them. I have seen many preachers doing that. Okay, first I am going to pray for all those who have $100 bill to donate for the ministry so that you can have your blessing. No, I'm not going to do that. I have heard people say like that. Then they may get 10 or 15 people over there. Then they will ask, okay, who has got $50? Then we'll come up to $10. So the miracle, they charge some money for the miracles. I have never seen in the Bible Jesus doing any miracles like that. He said to me, freely I have given to you, and freely you give. So God's miracles are free. I thank God for that.
Amen.
God's miracles are free. Ministry miracles may charge something, but God's miracles are always free. Sometimes we take people to the hospital and the hospital has to give oxygen to them. Towards the end of that, by the time you discharge from the hospital, they give you a bill for the oxygen we took from there. But God gave His oxygen absolutely free.
Amen.
If He has charged the bill for us, I don't think that I can pay it back. So God's miracles are free. But tonight, it is our responsibility to determine and decide what type of miracle I need in my life. Okay, let's look into this passage. Here you will see a man called Peter. In my Bible it says there is a heading over that Jesus walks on the water. If I was the one who is going to the title to the Bibles, I would have put like this, Peter walking on water. Jesus can walk on water, no problem. He's the Son of God, He can do anything. But my problem is, can I do it?
All right.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
So if I was the one who was going to put the titles, I would have changed the many titles over here. Because I know the titles are not given by the Holy Spirit, it is given by men. So if I was the one who was doing it, the first title I will change is this title. Jesus walks on the water. No, I would put like this. Peter walking on water. Tonight, that's the miracle what you are going to have. Now, when I studied this passage, this is some principles the Lord taught me. How was he able to walk on the water? It was not the plan of God. Jesus didn't have any plan to make Peter walk on the water. He called forth his miracle.
Amen.
It's Peter who said to Jesus, Jesus, if it is you, I would like to walk on the water.
All right.
That was the desire of Peter. It was not the plan of Jesus to make Peter to walk on the water and show before others that, the rest of the disciples that he can do it. No, that was not the plan. Jesus just came to help them and rescue them and be a part of them and, to take them out of that problem. But Peter wanted to experience that experience. Peter wanted to walk on the water. So tonight, this is what I want to share with you. You can call forth and create your own miracle. God is willing to help you to do that. Let's look into the passage. We see, because you know the story, I don't want to go in detail over there. Immediately Jesus made the disciples to get into the boat and go on ahead of him to the other side while he dismissed the crowd. And he has dismissed them and he asked his disciples to go to the other side. And all the disciples got into the boat and they were ready to move to the other side. And we know that on the middle they were buffed with waves because the wind was against them. And verse 25. During the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went out to them, walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. It's a ghost, they cried and said in fear. Verse 27. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, take courage, it is I, don't be afraid. Then Peter said, Lord, if it is you, tell me to come to you on the water. From there, a history is made.
Amen.
Yes. Amen.
From that point, a history is made.
Yes.
All the disciples saw Jesus walking on the water. But none of them had an ambition or a desire to walk on the water. If you want to have a miracle in your life, if you want God should answer your cry, if you want you should experience something unique, something supernatural, first of all, you should have an ambition in your heart. I want that.
Amen.
I want that experience. I need that. I want to be used by God. I want to walk like Jesus. I want to get that experience. I need that experience. Only Peter had that ambition. If you want to be successful in your life, if you want to be successful in your ministry, if you want to get something unique, and if you want to make a history, you should be ambitious in your life. Everyone saw Jesus walking on the water. Everybody. All the 12 disciples saw Jesus walking on the water.